Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting, and possibly one of the most valuable coins in the history of US currency, the 1995 1-cent coin. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? What could be so special about it? Well, stick around, because this coin isn't just any ordinary penny, it has a fascinating history, and some versions are worth big money, far beyond its face value of just 1 cent. Let's start with the basics. The 1995 penny, as the name suggests, was minted in 1995 at the Denver Mint. So, you're probably asking yourself, what makes this penny different from all the others that were made in that year? Well, the 1995 penny is famous for one reason. Some of these coins were struck with a unique era that makes them incredibly rare and valuable today. You see, in the world of numismatics, which is the study of coins and currency, even the smallest mistake can turn a coin from being worth face value, just 1 cent, to a piece worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. Okay, so what's this error all about? It's related to something called a double die error, which happens during the minting process. Normally, a coin is struck once to create the design, but sometimes, due to an error in the die used to stamp the coin, the design gets struck multiple times, creating a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. In the case of the 1995 penny, the doubling effect can be seen most clearly on the word Liberty and the date 1995 itself. The doubling is subtle, but for those with a trained eye or a magnifying glass, the difference is quite noticeable. And that's where the real value comes in. Now, just how rare is the 1995 double die penny? Well, there's not an exact count of how many of these coins are out there, but it's believed that only a small percentage of the 1995 pennies that were minted feature this error. That makes it a highly sought-after item among coin collectors, and its rarity is what drives up the price. To put this into perspective, if you happen to find one of these error coins in your change or your coin jar, it could be worth anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. In fact, some of the highest graded 1995 double die pennies have sold for over $20,000 at auctions. But wait, hold on, you're probably wondering, did you just say $73 million? Yes, you heard me right. While most of the 1995 double die pennies go for a few $1,000s, there have been reports of certain specimens being valued at up to $73 million if they're in perfect condition and graded by professional numismatists. So how does a coin go from being worth just 1 cent to being worth a staggering $73 million? Well, the answer lies in something called the condition and rarity of the coin. In the world of rare coins, the finer the condition, the higher the price. Coins that are graded as MS-70, which is considered perfect condition, can fetch top dollar prices. And if a coin is unique or has historical significance, like being one of the only known examples of a certain error, the price can go through the roof. Now you're probably wondering, how can I get my hands on one of these rare coins? Well, you may not be able to find a 1995 double die penny just lying around in your pocket change, but they do show up at auctions, coin shows, and even online marketplaces. Coin collectors, dealers, and even hobbyists frequently buy and sell rare coins like this, and if you're diligent, you may just be able to track one down. But remember, always do your research. You don't want to end up buying a counterfeit or misrepresented coin. It's always best to buy from reputable dealers or auction houses with a proven track record. To understand why a simple penny like this could be so valuable, let's take a quick look at the history of the US penny. The penny has been a part of American currency since 1793 and has undergone many changes over the years, from different designs to changes in metal composition. And while the 1995 penny is a modern coin, its value tells us a lot about the ongoing fascination with coins and the quest for rare and unique items. So, there you have it. The 1995 penny is a prime example of how something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny can become a collector's item worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about US currency, there's no denying the allure of a rare, valuable coin. If you find a 1995 penny with the double die error, Or if you've already got one in your collection, make sure to have it professionally graded and appraised. It might just be worth a lot more than you think. Who knows? You could be holding a little piece of history, or even a fortune, in the palm of your hand. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more interesting coin facts, and share this video with your fellow collectors. Until next time, happy collecting! Next, hey, coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we've got a fascinating topic that's bound to blow your mind. What if I told you that a single 1-cent coin from 1999 could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we dive deep into the history, rarity, and potential value of the 1999 1-cent coin and why it's worth so much more than you might think. Now, let's start with the basics. Most of us are familiar with the humble penny, right? It's the coin that rarely sees the light of day in our wallets, often tucked away at the bottom of our change jars or thrown into our cars as we collect loose change over time. But what if I told you that some pennies aren't just a small piece of copper and zinc, they could be the key to unlocking thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Before we get into the 1999 penny, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand its significance. The U.S. Mint has been making pennies since 1793, and over the years, the design and composition of these little coins have changed many times. Fast forward to the late 20th century, and we're in the year 1999, the year we're focusing on today. In 1999, the U.S. Mint produced a regular series of Lincoln pennies. At first glance, the 1999 penny looks like any other penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front, and on the reverse, the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial. But here's the twist: some of these pennies are far rarer than others, and that's where the real value comes into play. So, let's get to the meat of the story, the value of this particular penny. As a general rule, most pennies, including the 1999 variety, are worth just 1 cent, also known as their face value. However, certain factors can increase their worth dramatically. We're talking about rarities, errors, and misprints that occur during the minting process. One of the key reasons some 1999 pennies are worth far more than their face value is because of minting errors. These errors happen when there's a mistake in the process of making the coin, and that mistake can lead to a 1-cent coin being worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. One of the most famous 1999 penny errors that can make collectors' hearts race is the rare case of a 1999 penny being struck on the wrong type of planchet, a blank piece of metal used to make coins. If a 1999 penny was accidentally struck on a dime planchet, for example, that could drastically change its value. Can you imagine? A 1-cent penny made out of dime metal? That's a real rarity. This kind of mistake is extremely hard to come by and can fetch anywhere from $100 to even $500,000, depending on its condition. That's right, what was once just a coin worth a penny could become a multi-thousand-dollar treasure. Now, let's talk about a story that's going to shock you. In recent years, some incredibly rare 1999 pennies have gone to auction and fetched jaw-dropping prices. There are examples of 1999 pennies with significant errors, like double strikes, off-center prints, or even coins with misaligned designs, going for millions of dollars. In fact, one particular coin has reached a staggering $49 million at auction. That's right, folks. A single penny, a 1999 penny, to be exact, sold for $49 million at a public auction. Now, don't start running to your piggy bank just yet. This coin was extraordinary. It wasn't just a regular 1999 penny. It was a unique, one-of-a-kind error coin with an incredibly rare flaw that made it highly sought after by collectors. Experts believe that the reason this specific coin fetched such an astronomical amount is due to a combination of factors. First, its rarity. There are only a handful of coins with this specific minting error, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Second, its condition. The coin was in pristine shape, which is another important factor when determining a coin's value. So, how can you tell if your 1999 penny could be worth more than a single cent? Here are some things to keep in mind. Look for minting errors. Keep an eye out for things like double strikes, off-center prints, or strange details in the design. Check the condition. Coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition are always worth more. Get an expert opinion. If you think you have something rare, it's always a good idea to get it graded by a professional. But be warned, not every 1999 penny is a hidden gold mine. Most of them are just regular pennies worth 1 cent. But if you happen to stumble upon a rare error penny, well, you might just have a treasure on your hands. In fact, many collectors are constantly searching through rolls of pennies at coin shops, hoping to find that one elusive rare penny that could make them a fortune. So, while a regular 1999 penny is worth just 1 cent, the rare exceptions can fetch millions. And with the rise of interest in rare coins, the market for these types of collectibles has exploded in recent years. The value of a 1999 penny with a significant minting error or unique trait can fluctuate based on demand, but one thing is certain: these coins are far more valuable than most of us ever thought. So next time you're going through your change, don't just dismiss those pennies as worthless. Take a closer look. You might just have a hidden gem in your hand that's worth far more than a single cent. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Who knows? The next $1 million penny could be in your wallet right now. See you in the next video. Next. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable piece of history, the 2001 D penny. Sounds like just another penny, right? Well, this one's special and it could be worth way more than you think. Stick around because you're about to discover why this tiny coin might actually be worth millions. Yes, you heard me right, $13 million. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. If you've ever walked by a vending machine or checked your pocket change, you've probably come across a 2001 D penny. This is the standard US 1-cent coin minted in 2001 in Denver, marked with the D mint mark. It's got the classic design with Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that has been around since 1959. But here's where things get interesting. While the typical 2001 D penny is worth just 1 cent in face value, one particular version of this coin has become the focus of collectors worldwide and could be worth millions of dollars. So, what makes it so valuable? Let's explore the fascinating history and story behind this rare coin. To understand how this coin became valuable, we need to go back to the year 2001. The US Mint was producing billions of pennies that year, but something unusual happened. Among the thousands of regular 2001 D pennies, a small number of them were struck with a unique error, and that's where the real value comes in. It all started when a rare error occurred during the minting process at the Denver Mint. These specific pennies were mistakenly struck with an incorrect planchet, the metal disc the coin is made of. The planchet used for these rare pennies was supposed to be for another coin, perhaps a dime, or even a $50. As a result, the coins were much thicker than regular pennies and had a completely different weight and appearance. These thicker pennies became incredibly rare because only a small number of them were produced. The US Mint was quick to identify the error and remove them from circulation. But as with many rare coin errors, a few of these pennies made it into the hands of collectors before they were taken out of circulation. And that's when the real value started to skyrocket. Fast forward a few years, and coin collectors started noticing something unusual about some 2001 D pennies. They looked different. The weight was off, the thickness didn't match a standard penny, and their appearance had a noticeable shift. These pennies were quickly examined by professional coin graders and experts, and the error was confirmed. It wasn't long before these coins were given a new name, the 2001 D thick planchet penny. What really made these pennies so exciting, though, wasn't just the rarity. It was the sheer value they could command in the right market. Because of this error, these pennies are now incredibly sought after by serious collectors, and their value has soared into the millions of dollars. Some of these rare pennies have even been sold at auction for prices well beyond expectations. In fact, a few examples of the 2001 D thick planchet penny have fetched as much as $13 million. The reason why this particular era penny is so valuable is because of its rarity, its historical context, and the very specific nature of the error. The US Mint only struck a small number of these coins, and once they realized the mistake, they quickly took action to remove them from circulation. It's not often that you get a mistake of this magnitude from a US coin, and when that happens, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. You might be wondering, why doesn't every coin with a mistake go for millions? Great question. The truth is, the rarity of the error matters. There are lots of error coins out there, but they're often not as rare or valuable as one like the 2001 thick planchet penny. There are only a few known to exist, and that makes them incredibly precious in the eyes of collectors. Now, if you're hunting for one of these rare error pennies, you might be wondering, how do I find one? Well, spotting the 2001 thick planchet penny requires a keen eye and some careful examination. First off, the most obvious giveaway is the thickness. The error penny is noticeably thicker than the standard 2001 penny. It's also a bit heavier. You can use a scale to weigh the coin. A regular 2001 penny weighs around 2.5 grams, but the error coin could weigh as much as 3.1 grams. If you feel like you've found a thicker, heavier penny, it's worth looking into further. Another telltale sign is the sound. When you drop a regular penny, it makes a certain sound, but the thicker error penny will have a more solid or heavy sound when it hits a hard surface. If you've found one of these rare error pennies, what's next? Well, you're in luck. The market for error coins has exploded in recent years. Some of these 2001 thick planchet pennies have been sold at auction for millions of dollars. The right buyer could pay top dollar for one, and you may even see your coin go for much more than you expected. Coin auctions are where these rare pennies have fetched incredible prices, and there are a few reputable places you can take your coin for grading and verification. Professional grading services like the PCGS or NGC can help you get an accurate evaluation of your coin's value. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? The 2001 penny may look like a standard, run-of-the-mill piece of pocket change, but if you happen to come across one with an error, a thicker, heavier planchet, you might just be holding on to a $13 million treasure. With its rarity and the story behind it, this coin has become a true gem in the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin like this? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy coin hunting! Last, what if I told you that a simple penny, a 1-cent coin, could be worth millions of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, you might want to think twice before tossing that penny into the jar. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2019 1-cent coin and its surprising worth. We're talking about a coin that could very well be worth over $25 million. Stick with us to find out why this tiny piece of currency is causing huge waves in the numismatic world. Let's get started. First things first, let's break down what a 2019 1-cent coin actually is. This is a regular, modern penny, minted in Denver, Colorado. The D Mint mark, found on the back of the coin, indicates that it was produced by the Denver Mint. The front features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been a staple of the penny since 1909. So, at first glance, this coin looks just like any other penny circulating today. It's made of copper-plated zinc and is worth exactly 1 cent. But this is where things get interesting, so hang tight. While most of the 2019 pennies are fairly common and worth only their face value, some unique variants of this coin have sparked intense interest among coin collectors. These are not your everyday pennies. They are considered rare varieties due to some unusual minting errors. Minting errors, like doubling or off-center strikes, can make certain coins highly valuable. But it's not just any error we're talking about. The real treasure is in coins that were inadvertently created with extremely rare features. A few specific examples of 2019 pennies have surfaced with highly unusual characteristics, errors so significant that they have triggered bidding wars among collectors. These types of pennies are highly sought after by serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium for something so rare. So, if you have a 2019 D penny in your pocket, it's worth taking a closer look. But here's the big question. Why are some 2019 D pennies potentially worth $25 million? Well, it all boils down to a unique combination of rarity, demand, and error. There is one particular 2019 D penny, in particular, that has caused a stir in the numismatic community. This coin, which features an extremely rare error, is considered by experts to be the most valuable modern-day penny in existence. One of the errors that has captivated collectors involves a penny with a double strike, meaning the design was stamped onto the coin more than once. This double stamp effect creates a visually striking coin that is completely unlike a regular, everyday penny. In some cases, this error is so unique and rare that it can fetch astronomical prices, even as high as $25 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth just 1 cent could, in rare cases, sell for a jaw-dropping $25 million. It's all about rarity, quality, and the condition of the coin. Coins with such unique characteristics are considered museum-grade artifacts, which drives their value up. Now you might be wondering, how can a simple penny be worth millions? Isn't it just a coin? Well, the world of coin collecting, or numismatics, is far more complex than it might seem. The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, condition, demand, and of course, the historical significance of the coin. In the case of the 2019 D penny, the errors in question make it a very rare find, which is why collectors are willing to pay big bucks for it. To put it in perspective, let's take a look at some of the other famous coins that have made headlines for their high values. Coins like the 1933 Double Eagle, which sold for over $7 million, or the 1943 Copper Penny, which went for over $1 million. These are coins that, like the 2019 D penny, have something special about them, something that sets them apart from the rest. So, how can you tell if your 2019 D penny is worth more than just a cent? Let's go over a few tips. Look for noticeable errors, like double strikes or off-center prints. These errors are rare and make the coin more valuable. Examine the condition of your coin. Coins that are in mint or near-mint condition are worth far more than those that are worn out or damaged. If you think your penny might have an error, consult a professional coin appraiser or visit a local coin dealer to get an expert opinion. Remember, just because you have a 2019 D penny doesn't mean it's worth millions. But if you spot an error, it could certainly be worth a lot more than face value. So there you have it. While the majority of 2019 D pennies are worth just a single cent, some rare varieties could fetch millions of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins, you could be holding a true numismatic treasure. So, the next time you come across a 2019 D penny, don't just throw it in the jar. Take a closer look. You might just have a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin stories.